I'd like to talk for a moment about a piece of legislation that I've introduced with Senators Kirk and Lieberman to toughen the sanctions on Syria. Syrian President Assad has killed over 2,000 of his own people in an alarming torrent of violence from one of the world's most repressive regimes. 2,200 people are estimated to have died so far. Assad's aggression against the Syrian people is matched by his subversive aggression abroad. His regime is a state sponsor of terrorism, one of Iran's closest allies, and a key backer of Hamas and Hezbollah. Assad's regime has for years helped foreign fighters enter Iraq and kill our U.S. soldiers. In response to this violent crackdown, I introduced the bipartisan Syria Sanctions Act of 2011 to hold Assad's regime accountable. This legislation would block access to the U.S. market for companies that invest in Syria's energy sectors, purchasing the country's oil and selling gasoline to Syria. This sanction is critical, since Syria's energy sector accounts for 1/3 of that state's revenue. I asked my colleagues to sponsor S-1472 and send a clear message to Syria that until the Assad regime responds to the democratic urging of its people, halts its nuclear development, and ends the support of terrorism, Syria will not and should not have access to the global economy. And any company that does business with Syria will no longer have access to the global economy. This legislation is clear. It is very simple, that no company should be allowed to put their profits before our national security.